Robbers break into an old blind man's house, but what they find is beyond shocking. The blind man's sinister plot for revenge involves targeting women for an eerie purpose. Join me as we unravel this mysterious and horrifying quest. Today, I'll be introducing you to a horror and thriller film titled Don't Breathe. Spoilers ahead, so be careful. The movie begins with a group of 3 friends from Detroit, a city in Michigan, as they attempt to break into the home of wealthy owners. With one of them, named Alex, taking down the security, they start stealing the best stuff they find except money. The reason behind this was that stealing valuables can be less traceable as compared to money. Once they are done, they break a window and flee. On their way back, Rocky and Money, the other 2 members of the trio, discuss leaving Detroit as soon as they collect enough money, while Alex is unwilling to leave as he wants to stay with his dad, who's a busy cop and works for a security company. Alex uses his dad's connections to search for well-off targets to rob and get keys to break into their houses. Meanwhile, Money gets too little cash in exchange for the stolen expensive items from his contact. He tells Money to steal real cash if he wants to be rich, and gives a lead about a guy with over $300,000 hidden in his house. Later on, Money tells his friends what he's found out about the man, who's a war veteran and all alone after losing his daughter in a car crash. Rocky agrees to the plan, thinking it's their last robbery ever, but Alex isn't so keen, fearing they might get caught. Alex eventually agrees with them too when Rocky pleads, as he has feelings for her, even though she's siding with Money. In the next scene, we are introduced to Rocky's home, where she lives with her younger sister Diddy and their abusive mum Ginger, along with her boyfriend. Ginger sarcastically taunts Rocky, saying she may be earning money giving blowjobs, but Rocky ignores her. Rocky then assures Diddy that they'll escape this and begin fresh in California. In the following scene, the trio then stalks the man's house, which is located in a poor neighborhood and is the only occupied house on the street. While Money is out of the car, Alex notices a fresh ladybug tattoo on Rocky's wrist. She explains the reason, saying that when she was a kid, her dad left, and her mom used to blame her, locking her in the trunk as punishment. Once, a ladybug joined her in the trunk, providing her company and comfort. That's why this is her last tattoo, which she plans to get colored in California. Alex also tells Rocky that he's willing to leave Detroit with them. As Money returns back, he tells that the man they're trying to rob is blind. Alex finds it wrong to rob a blind man, but Money argues that being blind doesn't make him innocent. The blind man's fierce Rottweiler dog startles them by pouncing on the car door. The following night, they start the robbery. The friends approach the man's house. Money sedates the dog, making their entry safe. Rocky enters first through a small bathroom window and turns off the security. While inside, she notices framed photos of the man's daughter in the living room. As her partners wait, Money taunts Alex about his feelings for Rocky. Rocky then comes back and unlocks the back door. As they enter, the group removes shoes and searches for the cash, while Money heads upstairs and finds the blind man sleeping with a video of his daughter playing on the TV. The man stirs at a sound, but he just shuts off the TV and sleeps again. Money leaves a bottle of chloroform gas in the room to ensure the man keeps sleeping and doesn't hear them. They come across a locked basement door, assuming it holds the man's hidden cash. Money begins to force open the door, first with a crowbar, and then resorting to a gun when the crowbar doesn't work. Alex is surprised to see Money has a gun, and fearing the risk of being caught, Alex chooses to leave. As Money shoots the lock and opens the door, it causes the blind man to head downstairs. As the man approaches them, Money starts talking and says he doesn't want trouble, but then he decides to pull the gun out on the man. The blind man slowly advances, grabs the gun, and pins Money to the wall. He questions how many of them are in the house, and Money admits he's alone, begging to be released. The blind man eases his hold, but suddenly shoots Money through the neck and head. Money drops dead, and Rocky, perplexed, hides in a closet. Alex goes back to find Rocky as he hears the gunshot. He narrowly evades the blind man as the man proceeds to lock up all doors and windows. The man then enters the closet and opens a safe containing his money. Rocky sees the code as he leaves. While this happens, Alex goes to Rocky in her hiding spot, which he finds out by texting her. They realize they need to slip in through the basement and use the cellar door to escape outside. But before they leave, Rocky unlocks the safe and packs all the money into her bag. Then, they move towards the basement, but the man emerges from there. Staying silent, they see him drag Money's body. The man is alarmed by a creaking sound on the floor as Alex takes a footstep, but suddenly Money's phone rings, prompting the man to be distracted and fire a shot. Rocky and Alex go downstairs while the man carries Money's body away. In the dark and spooky basement, Rocky is surprised to find a woman chained to the wall. Rocky and Alex are freaked out but hesitate until the woman shows them a newspaper article. It exposes her as Cindy, who unintentionally caused the death of the blind man's daughter but was cleared of charges. Alex says they'll call the police to rescue her later, but Rocky decides to rescue her now. On the other hand, the blind man has discovered their shoes and is alarmed by a bell tied to Cindy. Rocky and Alex release Cindy using keys from a nearby safe and carry her to the cellar door. To their horror, the blind man is waiting outside as they open it. He shoots, hitting Cindy in the face and killing her. Rocky and Alex hide, and the man realizes his mistake. He grieves and shouts in anger over Cindy's body, and then locks the cellar door while blocking the keyhole with a screwdriver. Next, Alex decides to use the keys from the safe to try and make it out through the front door. As they try to head back upstairs, the blind man cuts the basement lights, making it pitch dark. I mean, this man could be Batman in another universe. In the darkness, Rocky and Alex search for each other while the man shoots at them. Rocky nearly bumps into him, but Alex's voice saves her. The blind man grabs Alex and tries to shoot, but the gun's empty. Alex then pushes a shelf on him, trapping him. They rush and escape upstairs. Alex uses a crowbar to close the basement door, but they notice that the dog has awoken and threatens them. Alex tries to soothe the dog, while Rocky works to unlock the door. However, as the blind man tries to open the basement door, the dog attacks them. They flee and barricade themselves in a room. Alex tells Rocky to exit via a ventilation duct, while he struggles to hold the door against the blind man and his dog. As the man forces open the door, the dog enters and attacks, making Alex fall out of a window onto a skylight and knocking him out. When he wakes, the blind man shoots him down the skylight and chases him, trapping him in the utility room. Alex discovers Money's body hidden in there. In an intense fight scene, the blind man hits Alex repeatedly in the face and seems to stab him with garden shears. On the other hand, the dog chases Rocky through the vents, and she falls down through a vertical one. As she wakes up, she spots an exit vent forward and another vent leading back into the house below. As she tries to force the exit vent open, the blind man grabs Rocky through the other vent, punching and rendering her unconscious once more. Rocky then regains consciousness in the basement, chained up where Cindy was. She tells the blind man this won't bring his daughter back. He claims that's not entirely true, confessing that he impregnated Cindy to replace his lost child. He planned to release her after birth, but with Cindy dead, their unborn child also died, for which he blames Rocky. He cuts a hole in Rocky's pants, heats up a jar of his stored semen, and loads it into a turkey baster. I wonder how long it took him to fill that jar. He gets ready to impregnate Rocky, but luckily Alex is still alive, who survived by tricking the blind guy into stabbing Money's dead body. Alex seizes a hammer, hits the blind man, and releases Rocky. They handcuff him to a pole. Rocky kicks him and shoves the baster into his mouth. "You so disgusting." They then leave him, choosing against calling the police due to the risk of the man revealing their break-in. Next, they head upstairs to exit. As they unlock the front door, the blind man makes a surprise entrance like Batman and shoots Alex, killing him. Rocky flees, but the man releases the dog to chase her. Rocky rushes to Money's car, attempting to escape the dog, but she drops her money bag outside the car when the dog attacks her. Unfortunately, she can't escape as she lacks the car keys. Rocky pops open the trunk to trap the dog inside, aiming to retrieve the money. Her strategy succeeds, and she retrieves the money, but the blind man emerges and knocks her out once more. The blind man drags Rocky back to his house to finish what he started. As she lays beside dead Alex, a ladybug lands on Rocky's hand, giving her courage. In the final showdown, Rocky grabs Alex's remote control and triggers the security alarm, distracting the blind man. The blind man tries to shoot her, but in vain. As he reloads his gun, Rocky seizes a crowbar and hits his head repeatedly until he drops into the basement. his gun firing and wounding him on the side. Rocky grabs the money and departs before the police arrive. In the climax, we see Rocky at the Detroit airport with her sister Diddy, all set for a fresh start. She notices a news report on TV, stating the blind man survived and reported killing 2 burglars in self-defense. He's in the hospital, recovering. This makes Rocky anxious, and she leaves with Diddy, leaving the past behind for good. Wasn't Don't Breathe a wild ride? That twist with the blind man, unbelievable. The tension was off the charts as they navigated that house of horrors. And let's talk about those moral dilemmas. It really makes you question who the real bad guy is. And that ending? What a gut punch. It's the kind of movie that keeps you thinking long after the credits roll. And that wraps up this video. Please remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons for more engaging content. Until next time, take care and goodbye.